themselves. How can we say yes to you today? Skynet, expanding your world.
Fellow Nigerians, today we're investigating why SoClean is Nigeria's #1 choice. Hello, madam. Why do you use SoClean detergent?
It's my best for a clean wash. It's never let me down.
Bright color, fresh smell, makes me stand out.
Look, it's always so clean.
All stains must go. SoClean can do that.
SoClean is a family's choice.
Hair washing convinced me. Easy to wash, so clean. Here is a gift you must try. Now you also know why most Nigerians trust SoClean for a cleaner wash. It's always been so clean.
With Airtel One SIM, you get 100% bonus on every recharge for life. Use your 100% bonus for data, calls and SMS to all networks and always be in touch with your family, friends and business partners all over Nigeria. Dial *337# or SMS ON to 337 to activate.
Smile, Nigeria, we've got you covered.
Welcome back to the news at 10. Political, religious and traditional leaders need to come up with solutions to the challenges confronting Nigeria. Now, this was the opinion shared by the president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Pastor Ayo Orisejafo, and the Bongwom Jos Giyang Buba. At the delegates' conference of the North Central chapter of CAN, leaders were of the view that more needs to be done to improve the current state of affairs.
The current security challenges confronting the nation received attention again as Christians from the north central of the country gathered at the Assemblies of God Church in Jos, the Plateau State capital. After the interdenominational service, the Christian leadership visited Governor Jonah Jang, where a conference that will include key players in the country was suggested. The Bongwom Jos believes that such gathering will go a long way in preferring solutions to the challenges.
There should be a forum where the entirety of royalty in Nigeria meets with the entirety of the clergy.
If these three groups come together, I suspect that in 24 hours, Nigeria will move faster than what it is today. Because these three groups of people, directly or indirectly, hold the key to whatever happens to this great nation.
The Plateau State Governor, however, dismissed comments from within and outside the country that Nigeria is on the verge of disintegration, stressing that the country will instead wax stronger in unity.
God has a purpose for Nigeria, particularly at this end time. People who think Nigeria will not exist, they didn't bring Nigeria together as a nation. It's God who brought Nigeria together as a nation. And God has not said the style of Nigeria is breaking it.
With various suggestions pouring in, leaders at various levels are expected to exhibit quality traits in order to earn the people's confidence and move the nation forward.
The call to have the controversial Section 29(4)(b) expunged from Nigeria's constitution may not end soon. A member of the International Federation of Women Lawyers, Stella Ojeme, while on a rally to the Edo State Government House, says the group wants the clause removed in its entirety because it's not in the interest of the girl child. The Edo State government, in response, says it shares the same position.
Children are not physically, psychologically, and emotionally strong to handle the issues of marriage. And they are also predisposed to diseases like VVF. We know how it is in the north, it's prevalent in the north.
And we know that most of the people that are giving out in the north particularly are, giving out to elderly men. And that means that by the time they are 18, they are already widows. We do not want that position to be retained, want it to be expunged.
If you are a girl and you are not 18 years and above and you cannot vote, if you are a girl and you are not 18 years and above and you are not qualified to have a driving license, what now qualifies you as a girl to take a decision on renunciation? We're in chaos with you on this democratic remonstrance, and I want to assure you that all democratic forces within and outside Nigeria will ensure that the child marriage, the ghost of it, is exercised.
Well, there's some interesting news on the health scene. A vaccine that may end the scourge of malaria has shown promising results in early-stage clinical trials in the United States. In a report which was published in the journal, Science researchers found that the vaccine, when administered in high doses, protected 12 out of the 15 patients from the disease. The method involves injecting live but weakened malaria-causing parasites directly into patients to trigger immunity. Although the researchers say they are thrilled by the result, they maintain that there was the need to repeat the experiment in an extended form. According to the World Health Organization, there were an estimated 219 million cases of malaria in 2010 and about 660,000 deaths worldwide. Many of these deaths occurred in the tropical regions of the world, especially Africa.
First Bank, truly the first.
But it's a holiday, but indeed there was some business going on. Here's Adeshawa Josh to tell us all about it.
Well, thank you, Ijoma. The federal government has been asked by the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry to execute the recommendations of the native report on the oil and gas industry. In a communique by the council, it urged the federal government to take firm action to curb the outrageous loss of revenue in the oil and gas industry. The council also frowned on the continuous dependence on imported refined petroleum products, noting that Nigeria remains the only oil-producing country that depends entirely on imports for its petroleum product needs. According to LCCI, the situation should not be allowed to continue. Therefore, asked the government to accelerate action to improve domestic refining capacity of petroleum products, including the quick passage of the Petroleum Industry Bill. And now, the recent creation of Mortgage Refinance Company by the federal government has drawn various reactions from the public. A professor of estate management at the University of Lagos, Timothy Nubi, says instead of creating new institutions mirroring the mandates of existing ones, the federal government should focus on strengthening existing institutions. He was a guest on our Breakfast Business program this morning. And moving on now, in the spirit of the season, the Nigerian equities market closed today and will be closed tomorrow to celebrate the Eid al-Fitr. In anticipation of the holiday, investors raked gains from matured stocks. The all-share index tumbled by 0.49% to 38,038 points, with a lower market capitalization of 12.09 trillion naira on Wednesday. Investors gave the cold shoulder to Just Breweries, Venoform and Trans Express, which shared between 8 to 10% from their share prices. On the flip side, Champion Breweries appreciated by almost 10% to lead 28 other percentage gainers. Sterling Bank retained its position as the top traded stock for the session, ahead of ICO Insurance and Zenith Bank. When investors called it a day, over 292 million units had been traded for 2.4 billion naira. Onto other stories now. The International Finance Corporation will launch a $1 billion local currency bond program in Nigeria that will allow it to issue debt regularly to fund infrastructure and other development projects. Nigeria's Securities and Exchange Commission is leveraging on this to pursue its agenda of providing strong regulation to support Nigeria's economic diversification. Part of a plan is to deepen the domestic bond market by tapping into the experiences of global agencies like the IFC. Well, that's business news tonight. The news at 10.